Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are all doing great. In the previous video of Playwright API testing, we learned about basic authentication where we send username and password in every request using authorization header. Okay, so in this video, we are going to learn another very important authentication mechanism, that is bearer token authentication. Okay, so we learn about bearer token authentication. Okay, so first let us understand what is bearer token. Okay, so a bearer token is a unique string generated by the server after the user successfully logs in. Okay, so it is a unique string generated by the server after the user successfully logs in. Okay, so in basic authentication, what used to happen is we used to send username and password for every request. Correct? For request 1, request 2, and request 3, we used to send the same username and password. But here in bearer token, we log in once. Okay, so we log in once with the username and password, and server generates a bearer token. Okay, server generates the bearer token, and the client stores this token. Okay, client stores this token and uses it for future request or subsequent requests. Okay, so this is what bearer token is. Okay, so I'll repeat once again. So bearer token is a unique string generated by the server after the user successfully logs in. Okay, so now to show you this, I'm using dummy JSON API. Okay, so here, so you can see that we got the message that access token is required, and for this also we are seeing that access token is required. Okay, so I will show you how to generate the bearer token and how to use the bearer token in the subsequent requests. Okay, so we'll get started. So this is the script. I've already typed and kept it ready, and here the spec file is also ready. So the spec file name is bearer token auth.spec.ts. Okay, so I'll just copy paste and I'll explain you this. Okay, so you know that we have to import test and expect from Playwright test. Okay, so the name of the test is bearer token authentication, and we have to pass request. Okay, so here first what we have to do in order to generate bearer token, we have to enter the username and password. Okay, so we have to send the username and password along with the request. So sorry, so what we are doing here is we are sending some username and password to the server. For that we have to use post request. Okay, so whenever we send some data to the server, we'll use post request and we'll use data property. Okay, so in data property we'll send username and password. Okay, so this is the API auth.login and it requires username and password. So this is the username and password which this uses. Okay, so this application uses username is Emily's and password is Emily's pass. Okay, so after this, the first and basic validation what we'll do is status code. Okay, so here as you know we are keeping this login response in this variable called login response, and we are validating that status code to be 200. So we'll get the status code in this method, that is status. Okay, so then we'll convert that status into JSON so that we can easily access the properties of the response. Okay, so then we will print this using a console statement. Then here we'll access or we'll fetch the access token. Okay, so using we'll create a variable called access token, and here in the login body we'll fetch the access token. Okay, and we will print. So let me execute this and I'll show you. So let me save. So in bearer token, first we have to send post request along with the username and password. So it generates bearer token, and we'll keep that bearer token in some variable. In our case, we are keeping bearer token in this access token variable. Okay, so okay, it's executing all. Let me cancel and I'll put dot only. So bearer token is generated by the server once the user is successfully logs in. So here using this post request, we are sending the username and password. Okay. So here our test is passed. I'll just scroll up. So this is the access token we received. Okay, so here this is the access token, and along with this, when we print this login body, we got all this information about this resource. Okay, okay, and here we are printing access token. So here you can see access token, and here we are fetching only access token. We are not fetching ID, username, email, or this refresh token. Okay, so we are fetching only the access token. Okay, so for that I'm saying this is the login body. Okay, so this entire thing is login body, and in this login body I want only access token. So login body dot this access token. Okay. Okay, so now let us see how to use this access token to see or to use in other requests. Okay, so I have this another request, which is this auth.me. So this is the URL of this. Okay, so this endpoint returns the details of the currently logged in or currently authenticated user. Okay, so what is currently authenticated user? So this is currently authenticated user, Emily's and Emily's pass. Okay, so this Emily S is the currently authenticated user, and I want to get the details or complete details of this user. So what I have to give? I have to pass this access token. Okay. Okay, so how to pass, I'll show you. Okay, so I'll just copy this. So this request will give me the profile of this user, Emily. Okay. Okay, so from here I should explain. Okay, so we want to access the resource, so we have to use request.get. Okay, so this is our URL. Okay, and you know what we want to pass? We want to pass the authorization, correct? So where we will pass in headers. Okay, so in headers we'll pass authorization. So here bearer is our authorization technique. So in basic auth, so here we used basic, but here this is bearer token authentication, so we'll use bearer. Okay, so and here we'll pass this variable access token variable. Okay, so this is to, so this is the variable name, and at the runtime it brings this variable here. Okay, so this is just a JavaScript way of what do you call, okay, so at the runtime it keeps this original value here. Okay. Okay, so it is like, it inserts or substitutes this variable value into this string. Okay. Okay, so next, as you know, the basic validation what we will do is status code validation, that is profile response dot status to be 200. Okay, so then as you know, we'll convert this response into JSON. Okay, so after that we will print this profile, then we'll do this basic validations. Okay, so I will execute this and I'll show you. There are many fields we can do the validation. Okay, so I'm just only validating that this profile body username should be Emily and email should be this, and first name should be Emily. Okay, I think email is this, it will fail. Let me copy it from here. Save. Okay, so we received Emily. Okay, I saved, I updated. Let me execute again. So this is about bearer token authentication. Okay, so what we will do, first we will log in and keep the bearer token in some variable and pass this bearer token into some other request. Okay, so like this authorization. So with the request, open the curly braces and put headers colon and pass open curly braces again, and in the authorization you pass this bearer token. Okay, so this is important. Okay. Okay, so this test is passed and it has these many fields. Okay, so currently I'm validating only these three, but you can validate the ID, name, age, date of birth, and here we have nested objects. Okay, so you can validate all these things. Okay. Okay, so this is all about Bearer Token. And if you think you learned something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.